This is a special presentation for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast. Here's Rick Ucchino on the Bleav Podcast Network.
What is going on, you guys? Rick Ucchino here, SB Nation Bleav Podcast Network. We are here at the WrestleMania press junket this weekend. You know my guest at this time, former Women's World Champion, former Women's Tag Team Champion, and one of the GOATs in women's wrestling of all time. Let's be honest. Natalya, how's it going?
I'm doing great. That was a great introduction.
That's like the one thing I'm good at is introducing people, and then I actually have to interview them. So, you know, we'll see if I can get through this one. But you are going to be part of the Women's WrestleMania Showcase, which was announced earlier tonight. It's going to be on night 2 this year, so you're going to be on Sunday. You are on, I don't know if you even realize this, but this will be your 4th consecutive WrestleMania match with a 4th different tag team partner.
Yep, and it's actually I have a world record. Guinness World Record hasn't announced it yet, but I have a new world record, most WrestleMania matches of any woman in history.
Well, that's incredible.
Yes, 11 WrestleMania matches, 13 WrestleMania appearances, most submission wins by any woman in history. So when Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are talking about being the submission magicians, Natalya is the real, true boat of submissions.
So what are we talking? I mean, come on, Hall of Fame induction 2024. I mean, that seems to be something.
You know what's funny is that's why Rey Mysterio going into the Hall of Fame now is so cool, because he's still an active wrestler. He's still doing incredible work. He's still amazing, and it's so cool to see him part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to the fact that you've had 4 different tag team partners now in the last few years, all of them bring something completely different to the table. You're talking about a Hall of Famer and Beth Phoenix. You've tagged with Shayna Baszler. You've tagged with Tamina. Now you're tagging with Shotzi. Is there one of them in particular that you think that you just really, really worked well together with, the one that you liked out of the best?
There was something different and special about every one of them. Beth Phoenix is my best friend. She and I will always be like tag team partners for life. Working with her was so special. Tamina, because we both come from wrestling dynasties, the Hart dynasty and the Samoan dynasty is it's magical. And she was part of something very special for me in my career, which was being the first woman to have 2 matches at WrestleMania in the same year. Before our match at WrestleMania with Tamina, I think it was WrestleMania 37, The Rock called us right before the match, and he was like, just gave us this beautiful pep talk and told Tamina and myself, like, don't forget when you walk out to think about the families and think about like how we worked so hard to build this, and you guys got to keep paying it forward. And that always stuck with me. His words of wisdom and his advice for us, it just stuck with me that I always have to pay it forward. And I know that Tamina did, and that I do, and I continue to do that. And this year, teaming up with Shotzi, it's her very first WrestleMania. So to be a part of that with her is so special.
Now, you're in a WrestleMania showcase. All right. Now, there's 2 different ways to look at this, right? Because you have 8 very talented women in this. Now, showcase could either be, for lack of a better term, let's find a way for all of us to get our shit in, or it's let's come together collectively, however that turns around, and make the match itself the showcase. Which way do you think you guys are going to go here?
I think everybody's going to work together. I think that's the beautiful thing about the women in our division, is that everyone's working together to be as productive as humanly possible. And I think it's about building a great story. And you think about the Bloodline, for example. One of the reasons why Sami and Roman was so incredible at Elimination Chamber is because they had this incredible story. So I always want the girls to be more focused on the story than the moves.
Right. Going back there, because you had a chance to wrestle inside Elimination Chamber, that had to be great for you to go back to Canada, wrestle in front of your hometown, hometown, home country, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think it was so much fun. And that Elimination Chamber match, Triple H even said, he's like, that's the best women's chamber match he's ever seen.
It was damn good.
Everybody came together. Everybody had a special moment. We all had something we brought to the table that was unique. And it was magical to be able to do it in Canada, because I was born in Canada, and I always say Canada's heart country. But that was super special. 2023 has been off to a great start.
Yeah, and Elimination Chamber was also so special because you talk about, Canadians and somebody getting their moment in Sami Zayn. He didn't win the main event, obviously, but just the reactions that he got that weekend, how special was that to at least be a part of watching in the building there?
There was a sold-out monitor of talent watching backstage that wanted to see Sami win. And we were so excited for him, and the story was just so magical. It's funny, everybody won, because Sami didn't even need to win to have an entire arena at their feet cheering his name, and it showed you how far he's come and how passionate our fans are, and how when there's great stories, it's the best.
All right, Natalya, I know you got a bunch of these that you got to do. I appreciate your time as always. We'll catch up in a more one-on-one, longer form sit-down sometime down the road here.
It's very nice to be interviewed by you again.
Thank you so much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it.